Hey guys, so today's video is an eyeliner routine, kind of a tutorial step by step. I'm going to show you guys a more dramatic one, which is on the left eye, and on the right side you guys see a more natural one. So they look a little funky because they're two different ones, but I wanted to show you how differently I do my eyes depending on the occasion, the day, and whatever. I wanted to go ahead and give you guys step-by-step instructions and try to help you out because I know eyeliner is a struggle. So the first step I really recommend is tape. Now I like to put it on the back of my hand to make sure it's not as sticky, and I apply it, make sure not all the way up on an angle, follow your lower lash line and try to extend it in that general direction. This will help make sure that your line is straight if you have shaky hands, or maybe if you kind of just wiggle for a little bit and all of a sudden it's just like all over the place. This will just kind of help it so it's cleaner. Now, not always are you going to get it even on both sides. Sometimes one tape is a little bit higher, one tape's a little lower. We're going to go back in with concealer later, but just realize that the tape really helps. It's a really great guideline and I really recommend it if you're still struggling. So I have a lot of favorite eyeliners. I'm going to list them down below. Just trust me, it's all very difficult for me personally. It's very hard to do liquid liner, so I've been sticking to this Tartist, I'm not trying to pronounce it. It's a clay paint liner, and I like to use an angled brush from It Cosmetics, anything synthetic really, but this one's one of my favorites. And I'm going to start on the outer corner. I like to make sure I start the wing, because for me with the tape, it just feels like a safety net, because as soon as I get that okay, I can move on to the rest. Now if you see, I'm really lifting my brush up, so as I'm making that outer corner, I'm kind of like lifting it up and creating a little bit of a hill. Because I'm looking down into a mirror, I can see what my eyeliner is going to look like when my eyes open. The key is to make sure you do your eyeliner so it looks good when it's open. Now you can see again I'm lifting right there, and again going back in and lifting it. So when I'm looking down, it may look a little bit bumpy over there, but the thing is for my eye shape, when my eyes are open, that is what looks flattering, and that's the key. To make sure that you test this out and play around with it, it's easy to just do little strokes, fill in everything that you need, but the wing, that outer corner, is where most people kind of mess up. Another thing is obviously the angle, but I think the tape really helps it there. So I just like to use little strokes and really try to make sure I follow my crease. The inner corner especially for me, it looks a little funky if I just go straight out. So I like to follow and round out that little area because I want to make sure I'm following my crease shape, and this way it kind of flatters my eye shape. Now for you it might be a little bit different, so again, just look in the mirror and see what works. It's important to just play around. And do you see how when you take off your tape, it just looks so pretty? And I'm going to go in with that same brush and just extend the wing a little bit. I'm not adding any extra product, I'm just using what I have. Then I'm going in with concealer, again on an angled brush. I really like angled brushes, and I'm going to brush it to make sure that it's nice and even, and brush downwards to blend it out. You go back and forth, kind of make it work, and then I'm going to go in and blend that concealer out with another synthetic brush. I like to use a lot of brushes because for me it's easier to use something that's clean. Now I'm using a silicone brush, it's like a little pencil brush, with the same liquid liner, and I'm going to go in and just kind of fix the little areas that I feel like just look a little bit bumpy, and it just really helps, to be honest. Now for the everyday side, I'm going to be again starting on the outer corner because for me the wing is crucial, and again you can see I'm going and then I'm lifting up a little bit and then going back down because that's the area that I have the most trouble with. When my eyes are open, I want it to be straight. Try it out and tell me how it feels because I do feel like that's what was holding me back before. Now I like to use again that silicone little brush, and I like to rest my pinky on my lower eye area, and then I go back and forth and fix it up again. Now for me, the key is to use small strokes and always make sure that you have enough product on your brush. When I'm doing the liquid liner, the biggest struggle is when I'm brushing it back and forth and there's no product on my brush. So always try to make sure you have enough gel liner on there. Now for everyday wings, I like to make it a little thinner, so I kind of apply concealer a little bit higher so that my wing kind of starts a little bit higher than my outer corner, my outer lash line, and this just helps me to get a little bit thinner and just look like it's lifting my eye up. Now another key for me to make sure my eyeliner does not go anywhere, especially when I'm curling my lashes. I hate when I curl my lashes and all of a sudden my eyeliner is gone. I use Urban Decay's Blackout eyeshadow. This is a really great and very dark eyeshadow, and I pat it all over. It also really helps to smooth out any places that look a little bit bumpy, a little bit rough, because I know with gel liner and liquid liner sometimes that happens, and this really looks great. I also really like gel liner because when you apply it, it doesn't dry and then have like a little bit of a crinkliness. I feel like liquid liner does that to me and I'm not the biggest fan. So I just kind of set this. It helps to make sure my liner lasts all day and I don't have to worry about it. This is just the key to me. And also sometimes I just go in and use my eyeshadow as my eyeliner instead. Now I'm going to go ahead and powder that area where I used my concealer just to make sure, again, that also does not move anywhere. And that is kind of how I do it. Realize this is not a science, it's more of like a gamble. So do your best and really practice. Practice does help to make it perfect, but I promise you, I've been doing eyeliner for so long and sometimes it looks good, but other times I struggle and I scream and I cry when I'm doing my eyeliner, and I promise you, it's never gonna stop. Just do your best. I love you guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!